Hello YouTube and welcome to a new Techsloth video. I just came back from the Apple store and guess what I already got? The new iPads. We got the iPad mini and the new iPad Air. Both devices are the basic version, silver with Wi-Fi only and 64 gigabytes of storage. We start with the iPad Air. Yes, I'm also eager to check out the new iPad mini. Finally, after nearly 5 years, we got an iPad mini update. But we also got this third generation of the iPad Air, which is Apple just calling iPad Air or iPad Air 2019. So let's get around the box. We got the iPad Air logo in silver because I got the silver version. The Apple logo silver because I got the silver version. We got 64 gigabyte Wi-Fi only. So this is the cheapest version you can buy for 550 euros here in Germany. So it's 200 euros more than the standard normal 6th generation iPad. Of course, this will be the better device, but a question to ask is it worth the 200 euros more of your money, or maybe already 250 euros if you compare market prices, because you get the normal iPad for around 300 euros here. So let's open up the box. We see our iPad and you see the full box is fitted with from the iPad. And this is, let's say, recycled iPad Pro 10.5 inch case. Yes, Apple just took the case of the iPad Pro of 2017 and downgraded it a little bit, upgraded a little bit, and we got a new iPad Air here. But first, what else is in the box? We got USB to Lightning cable. So yes, the new iPad Air still comes with a Lightning port. So this will be good for some people, bad for other people. My prediction is, of course, we saw it in the iPad Pros last year. So over time, all iPads will get the USB Type-C port. So we get a piece of paper, a box with the papers in, designed by Apple in California. So what's in here? We see a starter guide, first instruction, how to operate the device. No, where's Touch ID, that you can use it with the Apple Pencil, first generation Apple Pencil support only. How to open up the controls and how to charge the device. Okay, this in different languages. We get some fine print and of course we get Apple stickers. So this is nice to see that everything is just normal. And last but not least, we get our charger. The box is empty now and the charger is a normal European charger, normal USB port, and a capacity of 10 watts. So no super extra powerful charger, only standard 10 watts charger. Let's grab the iPad Air and let's open up. Let's see. Let's just slide it out of the foil. There we go. And yes, this is, just look at this. This is such a nice design. We get the slim sides. And it's just so, it just feels way bigger, but also slimmer and better. I just turn it on so that you can see the bezels, or not bezels, or not the side bezels. So this definitely looks way nicer and feels way nicer than the normal iPad. But again, the question, should you pay 200 euros more for this one? And my main problem here is, of course, this is a better device. You get the better display, it's a better design, it feels better, it's way more fun to operate. But under the hood, from the experience you get out of it, the normal iPad is just sufficient enough. Maybe I should ask you a question, should you get an iPad Air or the way more expensive iPad Pro? Because the new iPad Air also supports Apple Pencil, just first generation, so no wireless charging and no slimmer, nicer second generation Apple Pencil too, because then they would have to change the design here, and because it's charged via magnetic, and they should, yes, there's some difference. Of course, you see the old magnetic or the magic connector on the side. So yes, you can buy for 180 euros, you can buy the 10.5 Pro's smart keyboard case, and then just hook it up and use the Apple keyboard case with the iPad Air, which is nice. And you can get an Apple Pencil for first generation for 95 euros and use it as well. So this is really, really nice. But at the same time, I'm asking, Shouldn't you go rather with the 10.5-inch iPad Pro of 2017? And now we come to the differences here. But first of all, let's go around the device. So no Face ID, we got Touch ID, so really button to press. So yes, you can press a button. Yes, voice over on, this is nice. Put it off. Okay, button. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Voice over off. We get on top, we get the 7-megapixel front-facing camera, which is the same as on the iPad Pro 10.5. And we get the wide frame, we got the display, and just for a color guide, because you will have this, or you will more see this on the white front iPad Airs, you see this black bar. So you will always see this black bar, because there is a black bar, but if you got a black front, you won't see this bar, because it looks like the bar is belonging to the case. So just as a guide. Am I disturbed? No, I personally prefer the white frame way more than the black one. So down here we see the lightning port, we get the 2 speakers, yes, 2 speakers and not 4 speakers, but therefore we get another microphone, we get headphone jack, yes, still a headphone jack, but no headphones in the box, and the on-off button. And on the right side you can see the on-off buttons, which are nicely to press and nothing moves, so nice build quality from the first side. On the left side, or on the down side in this case, if you say the on-off button is the home button is on the right side, you see the magic port, and on the back side, iPad logo, shiny iPad logo, and built inside the camera, which is not standing out. And there's the first real difference if you compare this to the iPad Pro 10.5, because we got a less powerful camera, which is completely sunk into the device, but only 8 megapixel, not 12 megapixel, and this one only records Full HD videos and has no optical image stabilization and no LED flash for this. Of course, there are a lot of people that say, I don't take pictures with my iPad. But as I always mentioned with the other iPad Pros, if you got the older iPad Pros or even the newer ones, you will be able to take very good pictures and excellent videos. Just saying. So what else? We got the laminated display, so there's no air between the display and the glass on top of the display, which is really nice. So this device feels sturdy, it feels slim, feels just well built in comparison to the 6th generation normal iPad. The normal iPad just feels a little bit hollow, because if you type on it, or if you push your fingers on the display. But if you just use it, it's totally fine, and it costs 200 to 250 euros less. So, but what's else differences between the iPad Air 3 and the iPad Pro 10.5? The display. Yes, it's got the same resolution. Yes, it got True Tone display, but you don't get this 120 Hertz display refreshing rate. So this is one difference. Under the hood, we get 3 gigabytes of RAM here, 4 gigabytes on the 10.5 Pro, but the 10.5 Pro, 10.5 Pro still got the old A10X CPU or SoC. And in here is the A12, which is the same SoC that's in the 2018 iPhones. So no X in the iPad Air, but which is way powerful, or should be way more powerful than the old 10X. But will you notice something? I don't think so. This is my personal guess. You won't notice a difference. And so we got 3 differences here that you will notice. 120 Hertz. Only 2 speakers, not 4 as on the Pro, and the lesser powerful camera. So, but this is it. But from what I'm saying here, if I compare the iPad Air with the normal iPad, first impression, of course I want the Air, but I don't want to spend some more money. So the normal iPad, I think, will be the way better choice here. If I compare the iPad Air with the 11-point iPad Pro, of course the 11-inch iPad Pro is a better device. If I compare the iPad Air now from my first impressions with the 10.5 Pro, I would still go with the 10.5, and if I could buy for the same amount of money, have the choice between the Air and the 10.5, I would go with the 10.5. But this is just the first impression. I will give you a lot of more impressions over the next couple of days, weeks in comparison, and tell you everything about the new iPad Air 2003 or 2019 or just iPad Air.